What's up, guys, and welcome to another Quadron analysis. Today we're going to be looking at a Wagamama Necrophos game, and I have no clue about this game. I've only seen the first few minutes. Let's go ahead and hop in right now, and hit play. Here we go. Alright, so Necrophos is a semi-carry, primarily magical nuke slash durability hero. And he's a really enjoyable, fun, like I said, semi-tanky as well. He can deal with tanky heroes extremely well in addition to that. So you'll see him, I believe, just based on the first few minutes I saw, Wagamama did a great job with this hero. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he does in the mid to late game. I only saw the first, like I said, the first 5 minutes or so. So Death Pulse is Necrophos' first ability. This used to be named Necro Light, by the way. They changed it to Necrophos. But Death Pulse scales with the damage much better than it does with the healing. The healing only goes up from 70 to 130, whereas the damage goes from 75 to 275. That's the primary difference. Also, the cooldown on this goes from 8 seconds to 5 seconds. So that's a pretty big difference in terms of offensive potential. Now, you do run out of mana very quickly whenever you have Death Pulse and you're spamming it, so got to keep that in mind. Heartstopper Aura removes a portion of the opponent's max HP. It has 1,000 range, which is pretty huge. It's about as wide as the entire screen. If Necro's in the middle, it's about as the entire screen width. For if you want to know the estimated distance. Now we've got the Reaper Scythe. That is his ultimate. It does a HP removal based, or it does damage based on how much HP is missing from the target. So right here you can see he leveled up the Death Pulse, level 1, and he is pushing this fairly hard here, and he's being really aggressive, and he does have a lot more last hit damage than right-click damage than the Shadow Fiend in the early part of this game, until the Shadow Fiend gets his souls up. So he's got a big last hit advantage, and he's going to try to push that advantage as much as he can by playing hyper-aggressive. He also has the Heartstopper Aura and the Death Pulse, so if he can get in close to Guts here, playing a Shadow Fiend, then he's going to be able to deal damage and heal himself up at the same time. And then obviously if he can stay close to Guts, he's going to be able to do this Heartstopper Aura. Now, Enchantress coming in with a gank. Good job using the snare from the troll there. And it picks up the kill. And, I mean, obviously Waga did a great job setting up that kill by being really aggressive. And here comes the Shadow Fiend again. They do see this. This Enchantress is very good, using all of the abilities of her creatures. Gets the slow off, which is really important. Now they're able to catch up. And this Shadow Fiend's dead again. Just look at this. That's insane. Now, the thing about Sadist is that whenever you kill things, you get mana and HP regen back. And it looks like he's doing a second level in Sadist first. I don't know if Necro has a standard build as far as skilling, but Sadist is a tremendously powerful regenerative tool. Basically, anytime you kill a creep, you will get HP and mana regen for 6 seconds. So at level 1, you get 2 mana regen and 1 HP regen for 6 seconds. So it's a pretty nice little buff whenever you just get a last hit. So much so that if you can use, once you have this maxed and you use Death Pulse, you can kill a creep wave and you'll just get your mana right back without any additional mana items. But that's when you have that fully leveled and everything. So looks like Mirana coming in with an arrow shot. Mirana is on the other team, so misses the arrow though. It is a very creative arrow attempt going all the way around the river over here to the other forest. Now let's hop back over to the Sadist here. So creeps will give you this HP mana regen. It's very nice, but whenever you kill a hero, you actually get 10 times the HP and mana regen for that duration. So it's pretty insane. Now, I don't know what this Dazzle is doing. This Dazzle is definitely overextending. Okay, the Dazzle's coming back. Waga helping out the Dazzle. Maybe the Dazzle was lagging. I don't know what was happening there. But between Dazzle and Necro, they've got so many heals on this team. It's pretty insane. I do not know if Waga is playing a ranked or if he's in a party. But either way, these opponents should be very high. Waga's around a 6,200 MMR, I believe. At least that's what I've been seeing on his stream titles when I've been checking it out. So look at this harass. He is taking a lot of damage from the raises and the Mirana right clicks, but he has got so much more right click damage than this Mirana. This Mirana being way too aggressive here. Look at that, the amount of HP he can trade with Mirana there, just using his Death Pulse and the Heartstopper aura, and it's really, really good. So again, last hits will give you literally HP regen and mana regen. So he's going into 1 level of Heartstopper, 2 levels in Sadist, and then he's going back for the Death Pulse level. Obviously, level 6, he should be picking up Reaper Size, I believe. Oh, this arrow, really, really close. He does have a ward drop down by Enchantress on the high ground across the river, if you see that. Now, it's only about 2 right clicks and the Death Pulse needed to kill the Shadow Fiend, but he's playing super carefully. I'm really surprised. Oh, this Enchantress is in trouble. Let's see if they can make him pay by at least getting a pick off. Looks like that Mirana is definitely dead, and then she's got a magic. No, she's dead. And a Reaper side. He leveled up his ultimate in the middle of the fight. Really, really impressive. Now look at this Enchantress blocking with the Chen creep. Really nicely done. Just the right clicks and the Heartstopper aura finishing off the Venge. So a triple kill for Waga. Really nice. And look at, he's getting these creeps really low and then killing them off. And look at that, 20 mana regen. That is insane. Really, really nicely done. The Mirana trying to attack the Enchantress, a bad idea. I don't think you're going to be able to get much done there. The right clicks plus Heartstopper aura doing work. And he wants to get this Mirana. This Mirana, if she has Leap. Does she have Leap? No, Leap is on cooldown, and she is dead. Really well played from Waga there. And some just overextensions from the other team. Waga getting that early kill with Enchantress, giving him the level advantage necessary to pick up that triple kill. Without that level advantage, I think he probably would have died there. It would have been probably a 2 for 2 rather than a 3 for 1. This just kind of showcases, I think, a really great way of playing, the way you're supposed to play Necrophos. You want to play aggressive, but back off. Because you're really, you got to wait for your Death Pulse to come off cooldown. You heal in the middle of a fight. People think they can kill you, but they can't because you regen up so much from killing the creeps, as well as your Death Pulse, just in general. And he's just getting in range. Whoa, catches an arrow. That's huge. He's dead. That's 900 gold for Mirana. So an overextension for sure. It was a hard arrow to see. If that arrow had not come out there, it would have been a really, really easy kill on Shadow Fiend. So well played there by Mirana and Shadow Fiend, kind of baiting Waga into a death there. So going back to his ultimate, basically whenever you get an Aghanims, normally most of the time people would think that eggs is really not that great on the Necro, but I mean, okay, so we'll put it this way. All right, Necro gets a huge benefit. At the same time, it's kind of gimmicky. All right, so if you do it at the right time, it can crush the other team. So whenever Necro ults a hero, he will guaranteed get the kill. And whoa, wow, that Phoenix doing so much burn damage. I'll talk about his ultimate in just a second once we get out of this situation. And wow, this Phoenix player, I think this Phoenix player was playing kind of out of his mind there, doing tons of burn damage. All right, so so Reaper side, if you kill them with the eggs, it will prevent buyback. Pretty insane, right? Now killing them with just your normal. If you put your ulti on an enemy hero, you are guaranteed to get the kill. So you can potentially kill steal with this. Don't be a douche though. Don't be that guy that gets the kill steals and all that stuff and just fucks over his teammates. Don't be that guy. But what I'm trying to say is, if you can, for example, let's say it's a 4 protect 1 scenario where his entire team, the entire enemy team is trying to protect like an anti-mage or maybe a Morphling or maybe a Luna, something like that. A 4 protect 1 scenario where the other ones are just team fight heroes and whatnot, and they rely 100% late game on this one hero. Well, that's when an Aghanims on Necro is insane. It's just you pop that one hero with your Necro ult, and they don't come back because they can't buy back. It crushes them. It's really, really strong. All right, so he picked up a Rod of Atos. Now, Rod of Atos, I believe, was recently buffed to give another 25 HP. It's really, really strong. And that guy's dead. And there's the Reaper Scythe. Selzonk. So, very nice. Now, notice what Waga did there. He stood next to Mirana, so that when the Dazzle heal came through, it actually did double damage to Mirana, bouncing off of Waga. And then obviously the Death Pulse doing some damage. And usually you want to save Heartstopper Aura for late game. Heartstopper Aura will do more damage late game when they have a higher HP threshold. Look at this. Rod of Atos going aggressive. Okay, he's not going to keep going. Oh, look at this Phoenix, man. This Phoenix. Oh, he's going 1v4. 1v4, and he's dead. Catches an arrow and gets raised. So, they had, it looks like they had a ward there. And that's what tipped them off to his being there, and all 5 collapsed upon him. So, good ward placement by the Radiants. Let's go ahead and take a look around here. The Weaver, not much farm on the Weaver at all. Got an Enchantress with the Midas. And PL, let's see here. Where's the PL? PL has got treads, some gold. Does he have anything coming on the courier? Really, PL does not have that much. 10 minutes in, only treads, Bassi ring, and 400 gold. He's been kind of dominated, I think, by this Phoenix. The Phoenix here has been playing really well. I'm not just saying that. From based on the plays, just interacting with him and Waga, he's doing tremendous damage, always knowing when to be aggressive, when to be passive. So I really like his play so far. Now, let's go ahead and hop over to the Mirana. Got Phase Boots Dust. Luna, getting that, looks like Helm of the Dominator, and he's probably be stacking Ancients with that. Venge, just got Boots and the Sage's Mask. And let's hop over back to Necrophos' vision. Now, it looks like he went double Null Talisman. That's a little bit odd. I don't know why. Rod of Atos, the reason why I'd say Rod of Atos is quite good on Necro is it's very cost efficient for the intelligence and health you get, plus the spammable slow, only 12 seconds. You cripple them down to 60% move speed with the cripple slow, 4 seconds. That's really important for Necro being able to pick up kills. So it looks like they're going on this Enchantress, and man, you got the Enchantress heal, you have the Dazzle heal, you have Necrophos heal. They've just got so much heal. They just need to pick up a mech, and they're just going to be like an unkillable team. At least that's what it feels like. They have some serious sustain in these team fights. So I'd be interested to see what he goes for next. He did pick up the treads. I think he picked up the treads a little while ago. But look at how tanky he is. Only 11 minutes in, 1400 HP. And that's the Rod of Atos right there for you. 350 HP. Wow! Look at that Phoenix damage. Oh my God! I want to do a video on this Phoenix. This Phoenix knows how to play Phoenix really well. I wonder if I'm pretty sure that this Phoenix is a pro player. He was kind of talking some smack to Waga earlier. So, I'm pretty sure they at least know each other or something like that. Swag. Come here, what's your name? Swagniby? Let's go ahead and just check his Dota profile. Oh my God, look at that face. Oh, he only plays Phoenix. Look at this shit. Oh my God, look at this shit. Oh my God. Alright, well, I'm going to cast one of these Phoenix games. Because that's all he plays, so he's going to be an expert on the Phoenix. So be looking for a Phoenix game. Alright, so we're not doing a Phoenix game though right now. We're doing a Necrophos game. And let's go ahead and see. Whoa, the arrow. They can't really do anything about that. They can't, not with that so much support. So 1800 gold now on Waga. Let's see what he picks up. Just a TP scroll. He saw the Shadow Fiend up here farming, so I think he's going to go for the kill. I think he can get him too. Just that Rod of Atos, Death Pulse, right click, Death Pulse, right click, and then ulti. Oh, the creep block! Ha ha ha! Oh, that is a bummer. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get him. I don't think so. Nope. So the creeps saving Shadow Fiend's ass. That's hilarious. That's where you kind of wish you went phase right there. That's too funny. Look at his HP and mana regen, 27 there. Pretty impressive. I'm not sure how many creeps you technically have to kill to get your 185 mana back with your Death Pulse. Let's see here. So if you kill 3 creeps, let's say, you got a 10 mana regen for 6 seconds. That is going to be 60 mana. So if you kill 3 creeps, you have officially regen your mana that you spent on Death Pulse, or almost 180 versus 185 spent. So basically, it's like free spam at that point. And if you're just right-clicking without Death Pulse, obviously you're going to be getting your mana up very, very quickly. And it looks like this Luna is dead. What? Very nice swap coming out of the bench. And the Phoenix zoning out the enemy team. Look at this. Look at this Phoenix. This Phoenix is... This is the best Phoenix I've seen yet. Obviously, I don't have as high of MMR as Waga here, 6,200 MMR. I only have around 4,300. So, but I have yet to see a Phoenix even come close to this this level of competency. So, okay, so it looks like Waga did pick up the mech. I think this is the wise pickup. It's what they need to be able to keep the pressure up and basically to keep the push alive, I think. Well, I mean, they have so many heals already, but they don't have... They have late game, I guess, in the PL. But in this mid-game pushes, the mech is just going to help so much. So just getting these last hits, and that's just going to help him regen his mana up so much. It's kind of ridiculous. He did not get the last hit there. Looks like they're trying to be aggressive, and they pick off the courier. So why was it not a flying courier? Was that looked like it was a walking courier there. I don't know why they would not have it be flying yet. Looks like Luna getting the stack going on the Ancients. I'm going to reposition my chair a little bit here. Alright. Alright, well, I am getting a noise pop filter very soon. Looks like they might try to go on this Phoenix. I don't think that they have any chance of actually killing him, because he's just going to zip on away. And Icarus dive, a 36-second duration, so that's something you got to keep in mind. The duration on that is really, really long. But so if you can get him to be too aggressive, and then pop his ultimate shell before it goes off, you'll be good to go. But what's amazing to me is how much damage he's doing to the heroes whenever he's doing his power-up or what have you. This does 60 damage per second, the Supernova does. So it's a lot like a Radiance Burn. And then I think as he is swooping in, I'm pretty sure he is dropping those spirits on people as he goes in. And then he's... so he's Icarus diving, does the burn damage, and then pops in, throws out his spirits, and then pops into Supernova. So... really nice combos coming out from the Phoenix. Let's see here. Sunray. He hasn't even leveled the Sunray. That's hilarious that he feels that the Sunray is that bad. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's brutal. And he is gonzo. Doesn't want to waste the ultimate. He knows that he's not going to be getting away from there. I feel like he... I don't think he would have gotten away. Maybe he would have if he had just walked straight down. If he had walked straight down this way, right here, he might have been able to get away. It depends. I don't think they had any more stuns. I don't think. All they had... maybe a Lucent Beam would be the only thing. I don't think this is not... the Fire Spirits do not slow you. They just slow your attack speed and do damage per second. So... if he was just, I think, a little bit, just went straight back home, I think he might have lived. Maybe. It would have been close. Alright, so that did not go well for them. It's not a good idea to try to push as 3 when they've 5 men against you. That's what we have learned here. The PL went Vlad's. Interesting. I don't think that that's a very good choice. Obviously, I think Diffusal Manta is a much better route. Diffusal Manta Heart is a much better route on PL. And that Yasha also helps you farm a lot faster. So, I think this is not an optimal build for the PL. I think this PL is saying, hey, I'm so far behind already. I just got to do what I can do to try to do anything, because the PL has very, very little farm compared to most. Oh, look at that! The Phoenix picking up the Veil of Discord. Very nice. That's going to really amplify his damage. It's not that surprising, but it's still really, really good pickup. There are no BKBs on the way for Radiance, so that is actually a very, very good pickup.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It'll make everyone do more damage. The entire other team has magical base damage. Wow! Here comes the supernova. Yep, there's the supernova. Oh, they should just be right-clicking. I feel like they should have just right-clicked the Phoenix there. Waga, look at how tanky he is. Is he gonna go down here? Yes, he is. Lucent Beam, and they're having a really difficult time in this game. Just dealing with the push, or the counter push. Sorry, coming out from. I feel like the Phoenix is the key to the Dire team. I mean, sure, the Luna is doing good. The BKB on the Luna is huge because they have very little right click right now. The Weaver doesn't have basically any right click. He has 100 damage. That's almost nothing. The Luna, for example, does 200 damage per hit with no major damage items, only a helm and a BKB. This is the disadvantage of a Lincoln's Weaver. You just don't get that much damage early. Oh, he's dead. Oh, no, he's not. Really, really close there. Holy cow. And plus, you don't have that much HP if you're going Lincolns. So, anyway, so we are going to go around really quick. Venge has a Mana Boots and a gem. Morana, just phase still, but looks like she's got enough gold to pick up a decent item here. Not sure what she'll pick up. We'll have to keep an eye on her. Diffusal, the PL is finally going for that Diffusal Blade. The Dazzle has a Medallion and an Urn. Pretty good pickups, I think, for support Dazzle. And then, of course, we've got the main man here with a Plate Mail now, Rod of Atos, and Mech. Now, the Plate Mail is going to be huge because right now they are just tearing him up with the right clicks, and that's largely due to the right clicks of the Shadow Fiends, and then of course the minus armor from Shadow Fiend, plus the right clicks from Luna. Those two are just ripping them apart. Obviously the magic damage is also doing a lot of damage, but especially going into the late game, the magical damage is going to taper off a lot, and getting that extra Plate Mail is really, really good. Just kind of clicking around here. Looks like, oh, okay, Shadow Fiend's going for Manta. Got the Shadow Blade. He did use the Shadow Blade in the last fight there. I wonder what he's saving for. He might be finishing up his Manta. He's already got enough to finish up his Manta. Maybe, oh, he missed his last hit there. But maybe he's going to be going for... I'm trying to figure it out. Probably just going to finish the Manta. Maybe finish the BKB. Sorry. I think it's pretty obvious. I think he should go for BKB and then finish his Manta, in my opinion. But he might just go for the straight Manta. The Manta is a little more damage than BKB, but there's so much magical damage coming out from this Radiant team that I feel like the BKB pickup on Shadow Fiend would be just tremendously better. Now, PL still doesn't have that Diffusal done. Enchantress grabbing a creep there. And Luna stomping on the Weaver again. Poor Weaver. I want to keep an eye on this Phoenix. Keeping an eye on the Phoenix here. I want to see what he goes for next. He did go for the Tranquil Boots. That's very interesting. Now there is, I think the Tranquil Boots are probably the right call because this does remove 15% of your HP, And so having the Tranquil Bolts will allow you to regen up that HP very quickly. Also, the Veil of Discord gives you some HP regen, I believe. Yes, HP regen? No? Yeah, 6 HP regen, that's what I thought. 6 armor, 6 HP regen, 6 intelligence, and a lot of everything. And 25% bonus damage whenever you use your active. Alright, so going back to Necro here. He is jungling. So, looks like he's just trying to find gold where he can. His team is now at a disadvantage. They had a massive lead. But since they lost those team fights, and it came down to, I think it all came down to the fact that the PL had horrific farm, and then the fact that they only pushed as 3 because they were trying to give the PL a chance to farm up whatever he could on another lane. So they're trying to push as 3. They need to be pushing as 4, but even if they're pushing as 4. I feel like the other team still has a really strong 5-man with the Luna ultimate with the BKB, the Shadow Fiend ultimate with a Shadow Blade, and then the Supernova ult coming in from the Phoenix. It's really, really hard to deal with. And looks like Necro pushing this. Now, I don't even know if he can go for... Oh, he went for a Desolator. I was going to say he might go for the offensive build and just go straight for Deso, but yeah, wow, he's going to raise that so much gold right there. But the Desolator is probably the most glass cannon-y type of build you can go on Shadow Fiend, and it increases your total damage insanely against low armor targets. Like, let's say, take a look at this Dazzle. He has a total of 10 armor. When the Shadow Fiend attacks him, he's going to get -6 from the presence of the Dark Lord and -7. So that's a -13 on top of whatever he had, and he had 10. So he's going to be at -3 armor, which is going to be amplifying his damage to him by about, I don't know, 10% or 13% or something like that, which is pretty insane. All right, so we're going to go back to Necro's view here. And Weaver's dead. Weaver should have time-lapsed, I think, and tried to be sneaky going top. And so right now we're seeing Dire initiate getting advantages over and over again from basically 5-manning and taking down players that are just off by themselves. And it's a pretty big mistake. Dazzle ult going on 3. And Dazzle ult is pretty awesome. Oh, actually only going on 2. Look at Luna's armor. Let's go take a look at Luna's armor. He's already going down quite a bit, down to minus... Actually, it's still at 10, so 33. But just looking at this, the Rax does go down here. The armor goes down to now 13% resistance, and then back up to 53%. So that's how much Dazzle can do for that armor reduction. He has physical damage resistance right now, default of 53%. But when the Dazzle was at the maximum peak, it went down to 13% damage resistance. So armor makes a huge difference. And it looks like the Luna picked up the Butterfly. This is where it gets really, really, really hard for the Necro team, or for Radiant, because they have almost no physical DPS. The PL would have physical DPS, but most of his DPS is based around the Diffusal right now. And then obviously the Vladimir's offering is pretty nice. The illusions are decent, but he's so squishy that it's hard for him to man-fight. The other team really has to mess up, not have detection, for example, or just get caught out, and the PL might be able to do something. Going back to Waga's view here, just chasing off the Shadow Fiend. And looks like the Weaver did finish up the Lincolns, but he still only hits for 130. Compare that now to the Luna. The Luna hits for 287. 287, plus the minus armor coming up from Shadow Fiend, and that's minus 13 armor to whoever he attacks. And now, obviously, someone like PL is going to have a nice buff armor because of the 13 base armor. And then also the 5 from Vlad. I guess Vlad's is pretty decent against the Shadow Fiend because it'll give your team that aura armor bonus, which will allow the Shadow Fiend aura, presence of the Dark Lord, to basically be cancelled out. So it's actually quite nice. I think they are going... Okay, so we'll see if they can bait this. Looks like Phoenix going into his ulti. Chantress going down. They're just getting punished so hard right now. And Waga getting taken out. The swap canceling the TP. And Venge says sit. But I just don't know. I at this point, this is one of those games where Necro did a great job shutting down the Shadow Fiend. They got an advantage in the early game, but then the Weaver and PL lost both of their lanes. The Luna has way more farm. The Phoenix has more farm than the PL by a fair bit, actually. And Phoenix is going to be going for a Shiva's next. That's actually a really nice pickup. You drop your Veil of Discord, then you zoom on in and drop your ulti spirits, drop your Shivas, and then pop your ultimate, and you're going to be doing a crap ton of massive AoE damage. So quite nice. All right, Necro's back. They're all back. It looks like they're just... Are they just GGing out at this point? Yes, they are GGing out. So I gotta say, I was really impressed with Phoenix's play. Waga played really well in the early game. Unfortunately, it just did not... his carries did not carry. They did not get free farm that they needed. And it might have come down as well to the Dazzle not playing great against... not playing great against the Phoenix. The Phoenix is... I think a lot of people don't understand the Phoenix hero that well yet. I would say I've got a pretty good grasp of him, just reading some stuff on him, but I don't have like the intricate details on, like, you know, when you're laning against him, you know, you do this exactly, and, you know, don't kite him right here because he's going to do this and stuff like that. I don't have that down yet. I think a lot of players generally do not have that down either. So I think that's one of the things you got to keep in mind, is that when you're dealing with a new hero, you want to get to know him very, very well. And I think the Dazzle may have just done a poor job supporting the PL. And honestly, the Enchantress, maybe if the Enchantress had shown a little more love to the PL lane, PL might have had a little bit better farm. So there you go. Dire actually wins, but Necro has a dominating early start, but just really suffers in the late game because he scales off so hard. Because once, you know, Luna gets the BKB, the right-click damage coming out from Shadow Fiend, it got too much right-click and too much AoE magic between the Luna ultimate, the armor reduction coming from Venge, the Phoenix Supernova plus the Veil of Discord. All of those things just ended up doing a lot of AoE damage, and they just won those early team fights and snowballed out of control, and Dire took the victory. So that's it for this Wagamama Necrophos game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it was still a really interesting game and fun game to watch, and very open to feedback. So if you have any questions, comments, things I can improve on, please post them. Also, if you feel free to like me on Facebook, I have the link in the description below. I also have the Twitter on there, so if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can get some notifications and stuff like that about that. So without further ado, I'm going to be doing a Phoenix commentary game on this dude, this very wacky looking dude. I don't think that's the real... I hope that's not the real dude. Maybe. Oh, whatever. Nothing against this dude, alright, but it's a pretty freaky looking face, alright? Alright, so that's it. Quadron signing out for the Wagamama Necrophos gameplay analysis. See you guys later.